to the winner, $10,500 to the runner-up. Steve Cook, who defeated Amleto Monicelli in the last game, 258 to 208, shoots first. Then you'll see a much smaller Chris Warren. Steve is left with 3, almost disbelief as he waited at the line. So he's figuring it out now as he backs down the approach.
Look at that ball. If it wasn't for the spin on it, and the centrifugal force, I guess, sucking the ball back or spin, bring it back in, it would fall off in the left ditch. Tremendous amount of hook that Cook is using. When he can control it, he's awesome. Had a great first game, 258.
All right, so Steve Cook will finish second overall, marking with a spare. People of all sizes can enjoy the sport of bowling. This is proof positive in this match. At 5'5", 115 pounds, here is the tournament leader from Dallas, Chris Warren. Four-pin.
Pretty good shot to open up with. You see Chris staying way to the left and throwing that big hook. Watch how he cuffs that ball in his wrist. He gets his power through his feet. The legs driving through the shot. Builds a lot of momentum right here. Look at that wrist cocked at the top of the swing. Now the quick thumb out of the ball. And a tremendous wrist lift at the point of release. That's where he gets his power.
A little bit to the left of center on the approach. Chris is 26 years old, and in this event, he was never worse than 12th. In match play finals, which is the top 24, he's been there 11 times, but he's made the top 5 7 times, yet looking for his first PBA win.
Well, that means when he can hit a condition, he really hits it. And it was kind of interesting to watch him shoot that last spare, the 4-pin. He flattened his wrist out, so he didn't get any hook, and he threw the ball about 23 miles an hour, up the speed from 19 to 23. He sees a little something on the approach, gets down to remove it, and the 25-second rule would not be in effect when something like that happens, Chris. If a machine malfunctions or there's disturbance, he has all the time he wants.
Crossing over, he'll take it. Winner of 4 Southwest Regional titles, Chris Warren. Now Steve Cook, shooting the second frame spare up. And Steve gets his first of this match. He had a 10 rather, in his victory over Monicelli, 258 to 208.
Pin action makes good scoring. Steve Cook with the big hook ball goes a little bit high. The 3 goes to sideboard and trips out the 6. And anytime the players can carry the high ones and the light ones, they're going to shoot some mighty big numbers. Cook more familiar with these lanes than Chris Warren, because Steve Cook was here just 3 weeks ago to give a demonstration to a junior clinic, junior group. He's from nearby Sacramento area, about an hour's drive.
And Steve Cook won his first of 14 titles in 1979 right here at Alameda.
Just perfect. Chris.
Steve Cook's left thumb.
Got a patch. Actually, it's cotton and collodion, or gauze and collodion, to keep it from splitting open. Many of the players who do have hand trouble go ahead and use that. Good way to protect your hand. Now Warren to even the match, 3rd frame.
Chris Warren can't believe it. It's a 9-pin on the right lane.
some of the reciprocity of bowling. Chris Warren crosses over in the second frame, gets this lucky strike, and he throws what is a near-perfect ball here, trying to make a double and even the match, and leaves a solid 9. Every once in a while, you pay the penalty for the big power. Tough break.
Okay, earlier we asked Chris how he generates all that power on the bowling lanes.
Well, basically, it's derived from momentum and a lot of leg speed. I have real quick feet. I release the ball real quick. I have to make sure I keep my shoulders low and extend through the ball. So it derives a lot of power from basically my legs.
Chris Warren, who started as a junior bowler, bowled 47 his first game with 1 strike. Improved quite a bit since then.
It's a 10 plaguing Chris Warren.
Solid 9, solid 10. Not much you can do about it, Chris, except just keep going to the pocket.
Does he wear his emotions on his face? Wow.
See how he attacks the 10-pin left side, increase the ball speed, cut down the hook.
This is our championship match. 20 to the winner, 10,005 to the runner-up. We'll have more of it from Pinole, California after this.
Cook, 4th frame, leads by 11, has 2 strikes up, can extend to 21 over tournament leader Chris Warren. Watch how far he gets the ball out over the line to delay the hook.
And it's a 7-pin for the left-hander. Bring you up to date. Monticelli won the first game over Brian Voss, 277-265.
And you see the loft. Steve Cook rolls that ball about 5 feet past the foul line. He leaves a solid 7 there. And the reason he lifts it past the foul line like that is to delay the hook. The more you loft it out, not bounce it, the more you loft it out, the later the ball will hook towards the pocket.
And Monticelli over Janello's second game, 269-173. And the man who just marked with a spare, Steve Cook, eliminated Monticelli 258-208. Now his opponent, Chris Warren. Kathy and 2 of the 3 children, Stacy and Jill, with their mom.
That one little one that is probably back in the nursery, hope rooting for Daddy. Steve Cook, 5th frame, leads by 10.
That's 7-pin on the left lane now.
You know, those bowling pins know when you're squeezing that ball a little bit. In the earlier matches, when everybody was free rolling, Chris, those pins were willing to fall down. But now that it's tightened up a little bit, we've seen Warren with 2 solid hits, a 9-pin and a 10-pin, and then Steve Cook comes right back with solid 7, solid 7. Look at this shot. There's not much you can do about it. Just keep going to the well. You'll eventually get water. The overhead, he'll cut down his hook and roll this ball about 24 miles an hour at the 7-pin.
Nine pins now separating the 2 finalists in our 3rd telecast in a tour of 16 cities on the winter tour. Spring tour, 8 more. Total of 24. ABC's commitment to bowling, yes, even stronger. Then there was a 4 for Chris Warren.
Well, he's a little bit disturbed. He lacks a little experience in a championship game, but he throws the ball pretty good here on this shot as he rolls the ball smoothly at the foul line, sends it out wide, then doesn't get the break on the 4-pin. 2 goes right behind, knocks out the 7. Chris Warren was leading the tournament coming into Friday and bowled a 122 Friday morning, his very first game, so a lot of people can understand a low game like that, but he came back strong.
And he continues to mark here.